During the tumultuous era of the 19th and early 1930s, the United States witnessed one of the most fascinating and infamous chapters in its history, the rise and fall of Al Capone, a name synonymous with the Prohibition era. Born Alphonse Gabriel Capone in 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, Capone grew up amidst the teeming immigrant communities of the time. His journey from a humble neighborhood to becoming the notorious gangster Scarface is a saga intertwined with the very fabric of America's prohibition and its consequences. Prohibition, enacted through the 18th Amendment in 1920, was intended to usher in an era of temperance. Instead, it unleashed a wave of organized crime that swept across the nation, offering the perfect playground for Capone to thrive. After joining Johnny Torrio's Chicago outfit, Capone swiftly climbed the ranks and took over the organization when Torrio was wounded in an assassination attempt. With this transition, Capone entered the annals of criminal lore. Under Capone's leadership, illicit ventures in alcohol, gambling, and brothels spread like wildfire. Chicago turned into a stage for his power plays, with Capone himself carefully crafting a persona that was part ruthless kingpin, part celebrity tycoon. He was seen by some as a modern Robin Hood, offering lavish meals and gifts to the city's poor while simultaneously inspiring dread with his sheer brutal efficiency. His grip on Chicago was as fierce as the Tommy guns that punctuated gangland conflicts, most notorious among them being the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929, which left 7 members of a rival gang dead, solidifying Capone's fearsome reputation. However, this unchecked ascent came with its perils. As his notoriety surged, so did the pressure from law enforcement and the public's demand for action. Following years of futile attempts to pin Capone for his criminal enterprises, the federal government, led by Eliot Ness and his Untouchables, meticulously built a case against him. But it wasn't his network of illegal activities that became his downfall. Rather, it was the painstakingly gathered evidence of tax evasion. In 1931, Capone was convicted and sentenced to 11 years in federal prison, transferred to Alcatraz, the infamous island prison off the coast of San Francisco. Capone's influence and health began to wane. The man who once controlled an empire was now isolated and ailing from the effects of untreated syphilis. Released after 8 years for good behavior, he returned to his Florida home, a shadow of his former self, where he lived quietly until his death in 1947. The story of Al Capone serves as a stark reminder of the turbulent intersection between law, crime, and society. Capone's rise to infamy highlights how prohibition inadvertently spurred the growth of organized crime, while his fall underscores the power of law to eventually triumph over lawlessness, albeit in unexpected ways. As we reflect on Capone's life, we are left to ponder the larger implications of his legacy. His story remains etched in history as a testament to the complexities of crime and punishment in a changing world.